Hello, my dear children. Children, in the class of practical today, we are going to find out EMF of an unknown dry cell. Well, the various apparatus required for this experiment are, well, this is galvanometer. You can see the needle of the galvanometer is right in the middle and it can move both sides of the mean position. Besides that, we have the dry cell whose EMF we are going to find out. Well, we have voltmeter which is going to measure the voltage for various lengths over this potentiometer, and this is a wooden platform which is called potentiometer. Over this wooden platform we have a meter scale. Parallel to the meter scale is a resistance wire. Remember children, this is resistance wire. It is not a conducting wire made up of steel or copper. It is made up of manganese. This wire is same as the wire used in the heating filament. So this is manganese wire and its resistance is 4 ohm per meter. That means 1 meter length of the wire has a resistance of 4 ohm. So this is resistance which looks like a wire. Besides that, we have a battery eliminator, and with the help of this battery eliminator we can apply any voltage from 1.5 up to 12 volt. This is the knob with the help of which we can vary the output obtained across these two terminals. This is positive terminal, this is negative terminal. Well, so we begin the experiment. We begin the experiment by arranging the circuit like this. This is your potentiometer wire AB, and this potentiometer wire AB is connected with potentiometer battery and key. Well, this is positive terminal of the potentiometer battery, this is negative. This positive terminal is connected with A, and with A is connected with the positive terminal of the voltmeter. The negative terminal of the voltmeter is connected with the wire and jockey, and this jockey is made to move over this wire from A to B. So after arranging this circuit, what do? For various lengths of the wire, here we touch the jockey and we find out the voltmeter recordings. But before making the recording, we first of all make a note of the least count of the voltmeter. But the least count of the voltmeter is 0.05 volt. 0.05 volt is the least count of the voltmeter, and for 20 centimeter, for 40 centimeter, for 60 centimeter, for 80 centimeter, for 100 centimeter, we touch the jockey at 20 centimeter mark, we touch the jockey as 40, 60, 80 and then 100 centimeter. Total length of the wire is 100 centimeter. We touch the jockey at different positions. These positions are at 20 centimeter, 40, 60, 80 and 100 centimeter. And for all these length, we record these voltmeter readings. So the arrangement is here. The setup is right here over the apparatus. This is potentiometer. This is your potentiometer battery connected with terminal A. This is terminal B, which is connected with the negative of this battery eliminator. As far as key is concerned, this is inbuilt key. Since there is inbuilt key, we have not connected the key here in series. Well, with this terminal which is connected with the positive of the eliminator is connected the positive of the voltmeter, and the negative terminal is connected with the wire and jockey. So this jockey is going to be touched at different positions over this wire, and for every position we are going to read and record the length, the value of the voltmeter reading. Well, let us touch it at say 20 centimeter. When we touch it at 20 centimeter, the voltmeter reading is, voltmeter reading is coming out to be nearly 11 divisions. 11 is smallest division. You can see 10 is smallest division plus 1. There are 11 smallest divisions. There are 11 smallest divisions which the needle is showing. And these 11 smallest divisions will have their value as, these 11 divisions will have their value as these 11 divisions will have their value as 11 into least count 0.05, that is 0.55. So what do we record for different length, like now 40 centimeter? For 40 centimeter, we again record the voltmeter reading, and this voltmeter reading is 22 divisions. You can see over the scale there are 22 divisions. What is the value of these 22 divisions? For that we have to multiply this 22. We have to multiply this 22 with the least count, that is 0.05. The 22 into 0.05 is 1.10 volt. Likewise, we touch it at 60 centimeter, 80 centimeter and 100 centimeter, and for all these lengths the voltmeter recordings which are made are written here and also written here. So this is the recording transferred from this copy over board. For 20 centimeter, the voltmeter recording is 0.55 volt. For 40 centimeter length of the wire, the voltmeter recording is 1.10 volt. For 60 centimeter, it is 1.60 volt. For 80 centimeter, it is 2.10 volt, and for 100 centimeter, it comes out to be 2.75 volt. So after making these recordings, we need to rearrange the circuit. Actually, the circuit is now rearranged. So what is the rearrangement in the circuit? Yeah, the eliminator remains connected as it is. This is AB, that is also as it is. Now from terminal A, we connect the positive of the dry cell, whose EMF we are going to find out. This is positive terminal of the dry cell which is connected with A. Remember, A is the same terminal which is connected with the positive of this eliminator. Negative terminal is connected with galvanometer, and the other terminal of the galvanometer is connected with wire and jockey. Now this jockey is going to be moved over the wire from A to B, and in the process we will find out point J over the wire, for which galvanometer gives zero deflection. So see, before taking any recording, we have to see whether the deflection is taking place over both sides or not. If the needle of the galvanometer is moving onto both the sides, when we touch the jockey over the two extreme ends, when we touch it here, see it is moving this side. When we touch the jockey this side, the needle moves to this side. If the needle is moving over both sides of the mean position, when we touch the jockey over the extreme ends, that means our connections are absolutely alright. Now we can proceed ahead with null deflection length. So we'll move this jockey over this wire from A to B. See, the deflection is still towards right, the needle is still towards right. Now the needle has started coming back. Yeah, the needle is still towards right, needle is still towards right. Yeah, the needle is still towards right, needle is still towards right. Yeah, now the needle has started coming back. It is coming back. Yes, it is coming back. It is coming back to zero. And see, the recording is nearly, yeah, this needle is coming back to, the reading is coming out to be nearly 57. We take the recording multiple times, at least 3 times we take the recordings. Now we repeat the experiment. We again move the jockey over the wire. We take the recording. Yeah, the recording comes out to be this time 58. Yeah, this recording comes out to be nearly 58, 59. So that way we take the 3 recordings. The 3 recordings taken here are, the null deflection length are taken as 58.5, 59.0 and 59.5. So these are 3 null deflection length for EMF of the cell. We average out these L's and we get the average value of L as 59.0 centimeter. So this is the null deflection length over potentiometer for dry cell. Now what next? For that, let us look over the board. So what we have done, by the first part of the experiment, we have found out the value of L for, value of V for 5 different L's. These are 5 different L's. For every L we have found out V. And in the second part of the circuit, where we have connected dry cell here along with galvanometer and jockey. We move the jockey from A to B, and in the process we find out point J over the wire for which there is no deflection in the galvanometer. So this AJ has come out to be 59 centimeter, and this AJ is non-deflection length, the length for which galvanometer is showing zero deflection. So we need to record this length. These are recordings. Well, the next thing which we are supposed to do is we are supposed to plot a graph between V and L, with V over y-axis and L over x-axis. The graph is plotted here. I will show you the graph very shortly. But let us look at the graph here. This is V over y-axis and this is L over x-axis. For different L's, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, we have the voltmeter recordings and we plot them. We get the plot like this. We draw the line of best fit. We draw the line of best fit. That means answer line. What is line of best fit? We will tell you in detail some other time. So what do? We do not join all the lines. We make such a line which is closest to most of the point. That is called line of best fit. And after making the line of best fit, we look at the intercept we have already found out. The intercept is 59 centimeter, and for this 59 centimeter, we drop a normal at this 59 centimeter. Wherever this line cuts this line of best fit, from there we drop a normal over this voltage axis, and from this voltage axis we are able to read this voltage. This voltage is nothing but the EMF of the tricycle. Well, the graph has already been plotted. Yeah, this is your y-axis. This is your y-axis. This is your y-axis. This is your x-axis. Y-axis has V in volts. This x-axis has L in centimeter for 0, 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100. The recordings are plotted, and these are the 5 plots. We have drawn the line of best fit, and in the second part where we got null deflection length as 59 centimeter, the corresponding to this 59 centimeter we find out the intercept over this voltage axis, and this intercept is read as 1.60 volt, and this happens to be the EMF of the tricycle. And that's how we find out. Well, for intercept till now, we read the value of voltage here on this axis, and this voltage comes out to be 1.60 volt. So this was the experiment where we have found out the EMF of the tricycle. Children, let me tell you, well, the experiment which you have done, you don't have to remember anything here. Let me again repeat. You won't have to remember any circuit diagram, you won't have to remember any procedure, you won't have to remember any formula, nothing. Everything would be given to you. How we have found out the intercept, how we find out the EMF of the cell, every part of the procedure would be very clearly explained in question. That is what is special about your experiments. You have to simply perform the experiment strictly as per the instructions given in the question paper. Don't cram anything, just perform the experiment the way it is asked in your question paper. So this is all for the day. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.